Hello, peeps. Welcome to the season premiere of Mason Velez's Rant House. Anyways, this fucking side of the Rant House is going to be about me ranting on shit that I don't like, or the ones I found not interesting and fucking boring. So the requests are open, and feel free to submit them in the comments section below if you like. So if it's the ones that, if you submit the ones that I'm planning on ranting, well, I will accept it. But if I find the ones that I do like that I don't want to rant on, well, I can't accept it. Well, anyways, on with the show. Alright, the Twilight Saga is a series of 5 romance fantasy films from Lionsgate and Summit Entertainment. Yeah, Summit is owned by Lionsgate. So this one, the franchise is based on the 4 novels by an author, Stephanie Meyer, and screenplayed by Melissa Rosenberg and directed by Catherine Hardwicke, Chris Welts, David Slade, and Bill Condon. Well, how do I think of that franchise? It's fucking painful, man. No, it's not because of the fucking author, or the directors, or the actors. It's because of the damn movies and the fucking fan base itself. Alright, peeps, let's get into it. Alright, now starting off with the first Twilight movie. It focuses on the development of a personal relationship between teenager Bella Swan and vampire Edward Cullen, and the subsequent efforts of Edward and his family to keep Bella safe from a separate group of hostile vampires. Edward refuses to grant Bella's request to transform her into a vampire so that they can be together forever, arguing that she should have a normal human life. Okay, well, that movie is just not a good thing. Alright, Twilight 2: The New Moon. Alright, the film follows the Cullens' departure from Forks, and Bella Swan's fall into a deep depression. This depression persists until Bella develops a strong friendship with Jacob Black. She consequently discovers that Jacob has unwillingly become a werewolf. Jacob and his tribe must protect Bella from Victoria and the gregarious herd of vampires. Edward tells Bella that he will change her into a vampire if she agrees to marry him. Well, what the fuck? Well, a fucking vampire turning into a werewolf or an actual vampire, whatever the fuck it is? Man, this movie stinks. Alright, Twilight 3: Eclipse. The film follows Bella Swan as she develops awareness of the possible complications of marrying a vampire. Jacob Black and the rest of the wolves form a temporary alliance with the Cullens to battle Victoria and her army of newborn vampires to keep Bella safe. Jacob unsuccessfully tries to convince Bella to leave Edward and be with him instead. Edward proposes to Bella and she accepts it. Wow, oh my god. Alright, the Twilight Saga 4: Breaking Dawn Part 1. Bella Swan is preparing for her wedding. During the reception, Jacob Black, who had quickly left town upon receiving an invitation to Bella and Edward Cullen's wedding, returns. While dancing with Jacob in the woods, away from everyone else, Bella admits that she and Edward plan to consummate their marriage on their honeymoon while she is still human. Jacob becomes furious knowing that such an act could kill her. Sam and other pack members restrain Jacob before he phases. Oh, what the fuck? This is a fucking paradox, isn't it? Alright, Twilight 5: Breaking Dawn Part 2. Okay, Bella, who has just given birth, awakens from her human to vampire transformation and is introduced to her daughter, Renesmee. The rest of the Cullens and Jacob stay nearby, and when Jacob acts possessively towards Renesmee, Bella learns he has imprinted on her, making her furious until Jacob explains what imprinting is. Meanwhile, Bella's father, Charlie, has been trying to contact the Cullens for updates on Bella's health. Carlisle comes to believe that they have to leave Forks, Washington to protect their identities, especially because of Charlie. Jacob, desperate not to lose Renesmee, visits Charlie and tells him that Bella is alive and well but had to change in order to get better. Jacob also tells Charlie he doesn't live in the world he thinks he lives in, but says nothing about vampires. He then reveals his wolf form to Charlie. Charlie then visits the Cullen house and meets Renesmee. Afterwards, the Cullens are able to stay in Forks. Okay, well anyways, I don't have nothing against the fucking vampires or werewolves or none of the shit like that, but when it comes to Twilight, this is just the absurdity version of Darkstalkers. It's just fucking shit. The film is complete shit. The soundtrack is also shit. The fucking books are shit. I don't fucking like it. And also, I fucking hate the fan base the most. Well, I never dealt with the fan base of the Twilight franchise, but let me put it this way. The Twilight fan boys, but mostly the fan girls of Twilight, they just wouldn't stop bitching, crying, and moaning about Jacob or Edward. Yeah, this is just too much. This is one of the fan bases that are fucking toxic. Just as fucking toxic as the Vion and Plotagon community. I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. Neither it's good, and neither it's not perfect. But it really stinks. I don't know what I could come up with. Well, I'm really glad that it doesn't sound like this. Oh my god. Oh yeah, they're just well, yeah, actually, I was wrong. It does sound like that when it comes to Jacob and Edward. Those are just fictional characters, man. Oh my god, Jacob is so hot. Oh man, I love Edward. Oh, fuck you, Jacob is the hottest. Oh, I disagree. Oh, as if. Oh, well, I should be happy that it doesn't come to this. Oh my god! Mr. Velez, how fucking dare you hate Twilight? You know it's the best franchise of all time. That's it. You are grounded for 269 sextillion fucks. Go upstairs to your room right now. Oh, yeah, the fucking grounded threats were never part of it. Yeah, it was never determined in that shit. Because you know why? Because the Grounded series franchise didn't happen until months later. Months later after the Twilight series came to an end. What the fuck? Okay, I don't know what to say about this anymore. So in conclusion, I feel really sorry for Melissa Rosenberg and the other directors, and especially Stephanie Meyer. But it's because I really hate this fucking franchise. It's because of the fan base, and I don't know what to say about this. Every fan bases and communities are really shit. If you peeps still wanted to watch all 5 of the Twilight Saga films, well, okay, that's alright. I'm okay with your thoughts as long as you respect mine. But do not come crying to me and say, oh, the fucking Twilight Saga films really suck. Well, fuck you. You peeps should have thought about this. Now, if you excuse me, peeps, I'm gonna go watch a better Halloween-themed film. Yeah, like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. Son of the Mask is a 2005 superhero comedy film directed by Lawrence Gutterman. The film stars Jamie Kennedy as Tim Avery, an aspiring animator from Fringe City who has just had his first child born with the powers of the mask. It is a standalone sequel to the 1994 film The Mask, an adaptation of Dark Horse Comics which starred Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz. So how's the movie, in my opinion? Let me put it this way. This is fucking awful, peeps. Downright fucking awful. So you wanna know why? Because the sequel is so bad that Jim Carrey was not part of this fucking film. So, anyways, let's just get this shit over with. Alright, before I head to the plot, just want to let you know that initially was supposed to be a follow-up to the original with Jim Carrey returning as Stanley Ipkiss. But Jim Carrey decided after making Ace Ventura 2 that playing the same character twice wasn't interesting to him at the time. So the sequel was shelved and the standalone film was developed instead. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, peeps, let's just get into the plot. 11 years after the events of the first film, Dr. Arthur Newman is given a tour of the Hall of Norse Mythology in Edge City Museum. Dr. Newman mentions that Loki created the mask and unleashed it on Earth, sorry about that. And that those who wear the mask would have the powers of Loki. Yeah, but isn't the fucking kind of Marvel Comics of Loki or whatever it is? Oh no, this is a different kind of Loki. This ain't the fucking Marvel shit. Okay, when Dr. Newman mentions that Loki was imprisoned by Odin, a man in black becomes very angry and transforms, revealing himself to be Loki. The tourists panic and flee, but Dr. Newman stays to argue with the angry god. Loki takes the mask on display, but realizes it's a fake. In anger, he removes Dr. Newman's still talking face from his body and puts it on a mask stand, before getting rid of the guards and storming out of the museum in a whirlwind of rage. Wow, this fucking shit. This is pure fucking shit, peeps. Meanwhile, the real mask makes its way to a town called Fringe City, and is found in the river by a dog named Otis, who belongs to Tim Avery, an aspiring animator at an animation studio who is feeling reluctant to become a father. He has a beautiful wife, Tanya, and a best friend, Jorge. Or is it George or Jorge or whatever it is? Okay, I apologize for the mispronunciations and the stuttering that you're about to hear. On a tropical island, Loki is relaxing until Odin confronts him and orders his son to find a mask. Loki asks Odin to help him, but Odin tells Loki that this is his mess and he has to clean it up. Later that night, Tim puts on a mask for a Halloween party, transforming into an eccentric, green-faced party animal. Yeah, but this is a complete absurd of that shit if you ask me. When the company party turns out to be a bore, Tim uses his powers to perform a remix of Can't Take My Eyes Off You, making the party a success, and giving Tim's bosses the idea to turn Tim's costume persona into a cartoon, resulting in his promotion the next day. Okay. Tim returns to his house and, while still wearing a mask, conceives a baby. The baby, named Alvi, is born with the same powers as the mask. Meanwhile, Odin, possessing a store clerk, tells Loki about this and tells him that if he finds the child, he will find the mask. Later, Tanya goes on a business trip, leaving Tim with the baby. Tim, who has been promoted at work, desperately tries to work on his cartoon at home, but it is continuously disrupted by Alvi in order to get some peace and quiet. Tim lets Alvi watch Michigan J. Frog, Woody Woodpecker, the Flintstones, and Transformers on the television. Alvi devilishly obtains the idea to mess with his father's head by using his powers. Okay, so this is like the fucked up and the stupid version of Pet Sematary, where Gage tried to kill his father, but instead, and when it comes to the mask, it's like an infant child trying to fuck with a cartoonist father. Damn. Meanwhile, Otis the dog, who has been fleeing neglected by Tim because of Alvi, dons the mask by accident and becomes a crazed animal version of himself. Oh, somebody stop me! Well, I bet they would stop you all right, man. Who wishes to get rid of the baby, but all his attempts are overturned by Alvi. Eventually, Loki finds the mask-born infant and confronts Tim for the mask back. But it's thwarted again and again by Alvi, who uses his powers to protect his father. Eventually, Odin, possessing Tim's body, becomes fed up with Loki's destructive approach for defying him once again and strips his fucking son of his powers. A seemingly deranged Tim is later fired after failing to impress his boss during a pitch, but is able to reconcile a bond with Alvi. Loki, still determined to please his father, he manages to complete a summoning ritual and appeal to Odin to restore his powers. Odin agrees, but only for a limited time, stating that his last chance. Loki then kidnaps Alvi to exchange the mask. but decides to keep him despite the exchange, causing Tim and Tanya having returned home to find him, as well as forcing Tim to don the mask again to fight Loki. The subsequent confrontation is relatively evenly matched due to both of them possessing equal powers, prompting Loki to halt the fight, to suggest that they let Alvi decide who he wants to live with, although Loki tries to lure Alvi to him with toys and promises of fun. Oh, this is a fucking difficult decision when you ask me. Tim wins by removing the mask and asks Alvi to come back to him using the human connection he has forged with his son, causing the infant Alvi to choose Tim. Saddened and enraged, Loki tries to kill Tim, but his time has run out and Odin appears in person, where he begins to banish him. Tim, however, feels sorry for Loki and reminds Odin that regardless of their problems, they are still father and son, and that the most important thing in life is a relationship with your family. Touched by Tim's heartfelt speech, Odin reconciles with Loki as a son, and Tim gives a mask to Odin, who returns Asgard to Loki. Asgard. In the end, Tim's subsequent cartoon, based on his own experiences of Alvi and Otis competing for his attention, becomes a success, and Tanya reveals that she is pregnant again. Okay, what do I think of that after this plot? Well, anyways, the development is a complete disaster. The casts are just... It's just not the complete one without Jim Carrey. The winner of the failed contest was given $5,000 and other prizes and was issued an apology in the final issue of Nintendo Power back in 2012. In 2009, it was reported that Lance Kaze was asked by Warner Brothers and New Line to do a script for the sequel to The Mask. Yeah, it must have begun back in 2001, is it? Or I don't know. Oh, The Mask 2? I don't know what the fuck it is. So yeah, not long after the release of The Mask, it was announced in Nintendo Power that Jim Carrey would be returning in the sequel called The Mask 2. The Mask 2 is called The Son of the Mask, and Jim Carrey wasn't in there. Ah, shit. So yeah, it appears that Rotten Tomatoes have a 6% rating based on 105 reviews and an average rating of 3.5 out of 10. Overly frantic, painfully unfunny, and sorely missing the presence of Jim Carrey. Well, that's fucking right, because this movie is a complete pile of horse shit. So Warner Brothers Pictures and New Line Cinema ought to be ashamed of themselves for making the sequel into a complete disaster. So in conclusion, if you guys are still interested to watch this fucking movie, well, be my guest, because I ain't got no rights to force you to fucking hate this movie if you guys like it. But if you ever watched this movie for the first time and really regret it, well, okay, I don't blame you. So, if you wanted to see a better movie like this, just go stick with the 1994 The Mask film. Trust me, it's a lot better. Okay, peeps, let's face it. Why the fuck do we have the cheap-ass knockoff medias from any of the fucking physical medias or some other shit? Like a cheap knockoffs of toys, merchandises, video game consoles, DVDs, or whatever it is? Well, I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they do such thing. So I know that the country named China is the one to blame because of the bootleg, sampler, cheap-ass copyrighted fringe medias, along with the fucking coronavirus. So I don't know what's the point of it. So anyways, we're gonna rip into that shit. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright peeps, so let me tell you why the illegal bootleg copies are really illegal while I show you the images on this fucking video. Okay, so what is a bootleg copy? A bootleg recording is an audio or video recording of a performance not officially released by the artist or under other legal authority. Making and distributing such recordings is known as bootlegging. Bootlegs usually consist of unreleased studio recordings, live performances, or interviews with unpredictable quality. Holy fucking hell. Wow, no wonder why I never listened to any of the live live performance in any heavy metal bands, since the qualities are so unpredictable and other shit, and it was never sold in Walmart or any other official stores. So is it illegal to view pirated content? Streaming video from sketchy websites illegal, but can watching bootlegged or pirated video on the internet get viewers into trouble too? It's complicated. Torrenting or downloading copyrighted material without permission is flat out illegal and a much more serious crime according to the U.S. Copyright Office. If you want to know what happens if you download some shit, illegal downloading can also constitute a criminal offense if the downloader distributes the material. Infringement of piracy and bootlegging laws can lead to hefty fines and even imprisonment if someone is caught making copies for the purpose of selling or hiring them to others. Yeah, you would not fuck with the law when it comes to law-breaking bullshit. So I know a lot of fucking bootleg shit. So yeah, they even okay, so let me tell you this. They even made illegal cheap-ass knockoff toys and merchandises and video games too, and DVD covers. What the fuck does it have to do with that? Yeah, no wonder why the FBI is keeping on track of finding people illegalize the fucking pirated copies of other shit. That also happened in arcade machines too. Yeah, the arcade machines are part of the illegal bootleg contents of shit. I don't know what's the purpose of it. Is it just to reduce costs? Do you think that someone would enjoy buying DVDs that have illegal authorized bullshit or any other physical medias? No, it's not even fucking worth it, man. It's not even a real deal. Yeah, but selling illegal DVD copies is just so fucked up, man. Yeah, you would get busted by the cops or even worse, the SWAT team or the FBI. But what if some owner of the DVD distributor or video game owners like Capcom, Midway, Warner Brothers, or any other companies, including Columbia Pictures, they would sue you for copyright infringement? Well, yeah, if you do start illegalize the fucking copies and other bullshit arcade games and other things. Yeah, they do have bootleg toys too, but if you would sell bootleg toys, those cheap-ass knockoff ones, they would sue you for copyright infringement. And you would be charged of over $250,000 or 5 years imprisonment, or worse. You would get arrested for more than 5 years, or you would get charged up to $1 million. That's fucked up, man. I don't know why would somebody want to buy cheap-ass knockoffs, illegal DVD copies, video games that's not even worth it because of the fucking bootleg shit. Oh, goddamn. Oh, but if China dares to make a cheap-ass knockoff figurines of characters made by Quentin Tarantino, then it's fucked. Oh my god. When it comes to bootleg copies of arcade games and video game consoles and merchandise, toys, figurines, and other fucking physical media shit, especially movies, they really fucking ruined it. The fucking illegal supporters really fucking ruined it, especially China, who fucking came up with that in the first place. Okay, so peeps, believe it or not, if you put on illegal copyright infringed DVD on your DVD player or any of the consoles, including the latest ones, I don't know why I could think it worse. And maybe it could permanently damage your DVD player or Blu-ray players. I don't know. I never thought about that, but I know shit about this since it's not really an official physical media release. I've learned everything about piracy. Piracy is a fucking crime, and it's not a victimless one. So yeah, video piracy and other shit on physical medias, including all the shit that I mentioned, that is stealing, peeps, and stealing is against the fucking law. So yeah, I'm glad that I never came up with this shit, because I don't even want to end up in jail, man. I have so much to live for besides living in prison. And I don't even know what the fuck is going to be next. Is someone going to make an illegal bootleg copy of foods and drinks or some shit, including snacks? Oh my god, I don't want to see this happen. So in conclusion, do not stick with the illegal physical medias. Stick with the official ones instead, because the illegal ones are so fucking cheap that it's not worthy for your time. This is what I'm going to do when I see bootleg copies on my presents. The Windows XP Horror Edition is a fraudulent installation that looks like a typo bullshit theme for Windows XP. And the coronavirus is the worst pandemic, if not way worse than the Spanish flu pandemic. Okay, peeps, now let's get into them. Right here, right now. Okay, now we're going to start with Windows XP Horror Edition, requested by CyberPod Mark II. This installation for Windows XP is one of those fucked up installations that are so dangerous that you are unable to get rid of them when you download this fucking file. According to archive.org, this virus is not a joke. Running this virus will kill your PC, and I mean literally kill your fucking PC permanently. Oh my fucking god. If you wish you do this, please run it on the virtual machine if you understand this. You may download it at your own risks. Well, I suggest you do not download it, because this is not even a damn antivirus that will fucking help your computer do a damn thing. It's a trap. A dark matter nightmare of a trap that you will never ever get the hell rid of. But not your computer's BIOS. This will only kill your operating system. Is that what OS stands for, peeps? Is that what it fucking stands for? God damn. This would cost you over from $250, $500, $750, or even worse, over $1,000 for a fucking new computer or laptop or whatever PC you have. Alright, Lyra AK-47 and various users at archive.org, the viruses, according to them, the viruses such as that are so not allowed to any sites or any computers. It's just fucking scary and unavoidable too when you get the blue screen of death after a bunch of times. Well, gee, this is a fucking misleading material right over here, peeps. Ain't that a fucking bitch? As you would see if you do not know the first time, in case you did. Yeah, there is some creepypasta material throughout the whole installation of this horror edition of Windows XP. And that's just fucked up if it contains that you have to go over this nightmare by spending all your money for a new one. Okay, peeps, now we're gonna start with the coronavirus. Requested by V Rocketeer Mira and Disney Junior Fan Estate 2001 and Me and Aisha FTW Maggie Pesky FTL. The coronavirus, which is COVID-19, is one of the real-life viruses that is so deadly that it affects different people in different ways, from mild symptoms to severe fucking illness. I don't understand why the fuck is the coronavirus is spreading around the fucking world. The symptoms would appear in 2 weeks. 2 fucking weeks after the exposure to the virus. What the hell, man? People with these symptoms may have that are fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath, fatigue, body aches, losses of taste or smell, sore throats, runny nose, diarrhea, and fucking vomiting. Oh my god. We've lost too many loved ones that we know due to this virus pandemic. Especially the ones who were too fucking young to die. Almost 50 million cases were fucking shown, almost 32 million people recovered, thank God for that, and over 1 million people dead. This is heartbreaking, man. We are very, very fucking eager to see the cure for the coronavirus. We try to wait patiently for the scientists and doctors, but our patience for them are running really fucking thin. I don't know what are we gonna do? I don't know what do we do besides wearing a mask and wearing hand sanitizers. Oh yeah, and did I mention about the coronavirus jokes? Oh, the coronavirus jokes are so fucking horrible that it's on par with the 9/11 jokes. These types of jokes are no laughing matter because I do not feel the funny in my fucking system. It does not help me help during quarantine, help myself or my family during that shit. It doesn't even look like a fucking good joke to me. Doesn't even look like a classic one. It's just one of the worst joke franchises I've ever heard. So fuck everyone who does that type of shit. Oh yeah, and I also noticed that the coronavirus also took some of our jobs, closed down some stores either temporarily or permanently. This is the reason why I lost my third job because of it. Yeah, in the words of that fucking redneck from South Park, "They took our jobs! They took our jobs!" Yeah, I'm sorry I had to say that during a bad time. But I just had to point it out. Coronavirus jokes are still not funny, and the coronavirus itself is just fucking fucked up. This quarantine curse needs to fucking stop right fucking now. Oh my god. Somebody need to stop this cycle once and for all. So in conclusion, this Windows XP Horror Edition is so fucking intolerable, and the coronavirus has killed our loved ones, and everyone that we know all the time. Wooby Chip is to blame for designing the virus that you should avoid at all costs, and China is to blame for spreading this labeled uncurable disease. So the best interest during quarantine is to wear a mask and use a hand sanitizer all the fucking time. And while you're at it, stay the fuck away from this fraudulent antivirus theme or whatever it is, and do something else that's worthy for your fucking time. Shit.
The Sega Genesis game consoles made by It Games have so many problems that you would instantly regret it. Got rid of your receipt from Dollar General or various stores and cannot return it.
And the Superman game for the Game Boy is the worst game on the Game Boy library. That film and stuff couldn't finish the entire fucking game since he's been traumatized.
Don't worry, we're gonna expose the most we can for you all peeps. Some of the It Games Sega Genesis look slightly smaller and some of them look different than the original ones. They're packaged with over 40, 60, or 80 games in one console as far as anyone can tell. There contained wireless controllers, which is a saving grace for people who lost their interest towards the wired ones, and there is a cartridge slot too, and there is an HDMI port that outputs a 720p video signal.
The controls feel slightly stiff, and the controllers run off AAA batteries and it can't be fucking recharged.
AAA,
so you might as well buy a shitload of them. So there are 28 unofficial games, 45 Genesis games, and 12 games appeared on either the Sega Master System or Game Gear games. 3 of the Mortal Kombat games were left out from this category. What the fuck? Why the fuck would you advertise shit that you fuckers don't have? Shit.
Yeah, the sound and music effects in this console sound awful and shitty. Talk about the worst damn remastered material right there. And the games that are unlicensed are so shitty and ridiculously easy that those are intended for educational preschool games. Why the fucking hell would we want to enjoy playing those types of games like that? Sudoku, Space Hunter, Memory, Curling 2010, Jewel Magic, Logic Dial, Mr. Balls. Mr. Balls, more like Mr. Testicles. Mega Brain Switch, Bulls and Cows. More like bullshit and cow piss. All of the unofficial games are so fucking shit that there's no chance in hell to waste our time with them.
Even the music on them sounded so fucking worse that it makes your ears wanna fucking bleed. And some of the games as we mentioned are a bunch of fucking rip-offs too, and the graphics look slightly worse. Believe it or not, the bottom line is peeps, these consoles from It Games suck ass. Do not buy them.
The Game Boy format of Superman was released back in 1997, 2 years before the N64 version was released. The gameplay is a big fat gigantic mess. All you do besides beating the shit out of those enemies and fly around like a faggot is to collect keys. What? Finding fucking keys? Why the fuck would Superman have to collect keys? This is the stupidest opportunity that Titus came up with.
After you pass a few levels, you have to deal with a few bosses. One of the laziest and stupidest boss battles you can ever imagine. The enemy AI is so fucking atrocious too. So throughout the whole game, while playing and when you lose, you only get 1 life and 6 chances to continue. Fuck up too many times, and it's game over for you. What do you think of this game, Mason?
Welcome me? It's a pure old pile of brown kryptonite. That is fucking shit. Mixed with Mega Man's mega piss, Morrigan Anslin's blood splooge from her vagina, and covered along with Yuzaki-chan's vomit chunks. The controls are so fucking awful that would make your fingers so fucking sore, and felt like you're having a carpal tunnel syndrome. The music sounded so noisy that it could make you go deaf. The graphics are unforgiving that it would make you go blind.
And the ending is so not worth a fuck. Either that it's just as worse than the game over screen. That's just a fucking waste of time. We also heard that there is a Super Nintendo Super Game Boy support for this game too. What do we think of it?
What the fuck is this shit?
The only colors you see when you play this on the Super NES is Ochiko Uraraka's black bloody shit from her fucking ass, and Deku Midori is fucking green vomit. This is a pile of fucking shit.
So in conclusion, the It Games Sega Genesis games are not worthy for your life to enjoy them.
And the Superman game for the Game Boy is also forbidden to be played.
Avoid those games, you fucking hear us. They'll go to hell. They'll go to hell and they'll die.
Just stick with the retro classic mini console of Sega Genesis. Buy a better Superman game while you're at it.
Anyways, I hope you enjoyed Cummy ranting those disasters with me.
Yeah, that's all for now. See you in the future sketches of the first season of Plotagon Skits.
Alright, peeps, so looks like we have a character that I'm planning to rant on, and afterwards I'm planning on ranting on those fucking prizes that doesn't last forever. And I'm also going to be ranting on some other shit that's just has related with making up lies. So we're gonna rip into that shit. Alright, my fellow peeps, now we're going to be ranting on Ericsina, or what the fuck ever you pronounce, which is requested by David the Ricky Night Lover. Okay, let me tell you this. So, let me tell you the actual truth about Ericsina. Ericsina has got to be one of the most psychopathic characters I ever known, and Eric Smith was dating her. And he didn't notice a damn thing about Ericsina. Oh no. Fuck no. Not until he fully discovered the truth about her, according to the fun editor and various users. So Eric Smith found out that Ericsina is the one who just grounded Zack and Kelly for giving Claude a punishment day, when Claude deserved to have his ass handed to him. What the fuck? Does Ericsina realize that grounded threats don't do jack shit? What the fuck is the point of this fucking shit nowadays. I don't fucking know if Louis95 is to fucking blame or not. I can't say he is to blame because I didn't think he didn't know this shit like this or whatever the fuck it is. But I don't know. This is a pure gamble to me, man. It's a fucking pure gamble. But he did made a broke up video of Eric and Erica for I don't know why they do this. Whatever the fuck it is. So it is the wrong deed that Eric broke up with Erica and Eric dated Ericina when it turned out to be the opposite of okay. Well, it turned out okay at first, but eventually, while I was on my way to graduation, it turned out to be a toxic pile of shit. Yeah, it was either during my graduation or was it 2 years after. I don't know, but I just can't remember since I'm done with Beyond. Damn. So, anyway, I'm happy that Eric Smith reunited with Erica and earned back lots and lots of respect from Erica and her family for doing the fucking right thing. Especially Zara and fucking Annabelle. Thank God that I never made Plotagon skit sketches of Eric and Ericina due to its toxic ass bitchin' shipping. Hell. Alright peeps, the next exhibit is Shitty Arcade Ticket Prizes, requested by Bell Hill Mayor. Okay, let me tell you this. About the fucking arcade prizes that don't worth a lot of shit. So there are some arcade prizes that are quite worth it, but most of them sucked my fucking farts. So we're gonna focus the cheap ones. The cheap ass prizes such as little toys, erasers, mini plush toys, pieces of candy, choking, inducing bouncy balls, army men with parachutes, the LCD electronic games, and especially these cheap ass knockoffs are cheap that lasted up less than 2 fucking years. They're located at Chuck E. Cheese's and various amusement arcade palaces, especially carnivals and Trader's Village. Yeah, including the arcade establishments at any malls. If you're lucky to have arcade palaces at your local malls. Okay, the cheap ass plastic toys cost like 5 to 10 tickets or even 20 fucking tickets. What the fuck is the point of this? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that they're convenient for fucking birthday parties, but it barely makes any damn sense. If you have less than 100 tickets by playing Skeet Ball, Treasure Quest, Sega Stacker, claw machines if possible, or machines that dispense tickets. Well, yeah, it is a damn waste of plastic and circuitry. Well, like, what the hell? What the hell's the meaning of this? Well, anyways, if you're in any of the carnival places or any arcade establishments, I recommend to save the most you can until you have over 500 or 1,000 fucking tickets to get cool shit such as the fucking Magic 8 Ball, bigger plush toys, Hot Wheels, sports balls, and even fucking video game consoles that would last it up for a long time. But results may vary because I'm really thinking that video game consoles are a rare luck to be put in auction in these fucking arcade palaces and other bullshit. Who decided to buy those fucking kitchen appliances at the ticket booth anyway? Okay peeps, so here's the last segment for this week. Getting blamed for shit you didn't do, requested by Nicholas Pebberty. Alright peeps, does this damn shit happen to you sometimes? This is fucking irritating when someone doesn't listen to your actual truth, and that's just plain stupid when it comes to shit like that. The antic is one of those things that has a relation with making up lies and fucking false statements. Especially if you're calling the cops or something. This is ass shit. Pure ass shit. Take this as an example. You're solving math problems at school. A bully just fucking farted in front of their classmates, or somebody decided to pick on someone that a bully is right behind. The teacher asked who fucking farted or some other shit. The bully said it was you when you didn't do it. And the teacher scolded your ass when the bully did it. Before your teacher gave you a warning or detention or suspension or any other various fucking falsified punishments, you gotta tell the teacher that it wasn't you. It was the fucking bully who done that shit, and I bet the teacher believed what you said to the damn bully. Yeah, that's some good karma right there. Yeah, you would tell that it is karma. That is instant karma right there, peeps. Ain't that about a bitch? So in conclusion, Erisina is one of the most overrated characters that's not even worth a fuck for me to add her on my Plotagon skit sketches. And I blamed Louie95 for making a video of Eric Smith breaking up with Erica when Erisina is a troublemaker, and for adding rules that don't make any fucking sense on his YouTube channel. And also those cheap-ass plastic toy prizes. Yeah, you should stay the fuck away from it instead of spending them. I recommend saving 1,000 tickets for something that's worth a fortune. And also, if you get accused for something you didn't do, yeah, just tell the actual truth and someone will believe you. Okay, peeps, I gotta run. Cuties is a 2020 French coming-of-age drama film, written and directed by Maïmouna Delcourt in her feature directorial debut. The film stars Faisha Youssouf, Medina El Adi Azouni, Esther Goharu, and Lana Kami Goruzales, and Maimona Gui. I'm sorry. It's just because, I'm sorry about that fucking mispronunciation of every people's names in case I say it wrong. Okay, so what do I think of this film? Don't even get me started with that fucking shit, peeps. This movie is one of the worst films I've ever seen. It is one of the worst films ever. I don't know what's the point of this. I don't know why the director had to develop and publish this masterpiece of shit. Well, yeah, this movie is a complete masterpiece of shit because this movie contains child porno. What the fuck is this? Why the fuck would some sick fuck want to watch a movie that contains child pornography? Well, this is fucking shit right there, peeps. This is some shit-ass movie that I don't want to watch. Come on, peeps, let's get into the motherfucker. Okay, so I am not going to show you the images or none of that shit that contains pedophilia. So instead, enjoy the gameplay of myself playing as Mega Man and Morgan Einstein from Marvel vs. Capcom. Alright, Amy, an 11-year-old immigrant girl from Senegal, lives with her mother Mariam and two younger brothers in an apartment in one of Paris's poorest neighborhoods. She helplessly witnesses her mother suffer as her polygnosis. Alright, as her polygnosis husband prepares to return with a second wife. She is also bored with Sila and Islamic culture in general that her aunt seeks to impress on her. Things turn swiftly as Amy is fascinated by her disobedient neighbor Angelica's twerking clique, Cuties. Ugh! Which is in stark contrast to Mariam's religious customs. The preteens practice for a competition and do not hesitate to adopt revealing outfits in the image of their older competitors. Encouraged by success, the quest for recognition on social networks, Amy decides to incorporate sexually suggestive dance moves into the choreography. What the fuck? Oh, come on. This is not fucking good. What the fuck is this? A twerking competition or whatever the fuck it is? Nobody wants to look at this shit. None of those people want to see children twerking. Following a humiliation at school, Amy sends a photo of her vulva online, sparking rejection by her classmates. What? Why would a girl want to send genitalia online? Oh, that is highly inappropriate right there, peeps. Highly, highly inappropriate. This is just as much as inappropriate as sending a picture of your fucking penis in social media. Ugh. Okay, the Cuties also banned her from performing with them at the dance contest and replaced her with former member Yasmin. Her mother also scolds her. While her father's wedding day corresponds to the finale at the Parc de la Villette, she is determined to dance with them and sneaks out of the house. She pushes Yasmin into a canal, so the Cuties have no choice but to allow her to dance with them. The highly suggestive dance routine shocks the audience. Suddenly thinking about her mother during the routine, Amy bursts into tears and leaves before the performance ends. Upon her return, she runs into her fucking aunt, who blames her for her outfit and recent attitude. Holy shit. Now everyone would know, yeah, even Amy would notice that stealing is fucking wrong, man. Because stealing is against the fucking law, damn it. Okay, Amy's mother intervenes by telling her to leave her daughter alone and then hugs her to reassure her. Amy implores that her mother to allow Amy to not attend the wedding in order to demonstrate her disapproval. Amy's mother permits her not to go, but states that she herself must go to fulfill her duty as a wife. Amy then abandons both the traditional wedding dress and her sexy dancer's outfit, and in jeans and a t-shirt, her hair down, she goes out to play a jump rope with a group of girls. Oh my god. What do I say about this? This fucking film is a complete pile of shit. I cannot even show you the poster of it because this is cringeworthy, and it would haunt everyone's dreams, including mine. So, prior to its release on Netflix, the film had not been deemed controversial when it was screened at Sundance and released in France. Yeah, this movie was originally released in France, which is in January 23rd, and then on August 19th, which is released in France, and then it was released on Netflix back in September 9th. What the fuck? Oh my Jesus. I don't know what to say about this. I'm really ashamed of Netflix for releasing this stupid piece of shit movie. Because, I'm fucking scarred for life, man. I'm really scarred for life, just for seeing it. Well, yeah, thanks to Netflix, now I cannot finish the entire rest of the series of the US version of The fucking Office. I already finished the UK version of The Office by watching them, and I didn't watch the fucking... I didn't even see the rest of the Office episodes after this happened. Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, and the reviews of Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, it is 87%, which should have been a complete opposite of a good movie. This movie's a piece of shit. And you know what? This movie doesn't deserve to win any awards, or nominated for that matter. Oh my god, this is fucking stupid. I don't know why the hell has it got to do with this shit. I would rather have Mega Man to shove his shit and herpes-infested art cannon down my throat and blast it, while Morgan Ainsland starts jamming her succubus dildo right up my fucking ass, and fucking Klonoa to castrate me in the fucking genitals with his fucking claws. This movie is a complete fucking horseshit that supports perverts, pedophiles, and child molesters. If you ever see this shit on DVD and Blu-ray, but if it does happen, when it's coming soon, do not fucking buy it. So in conclusion, Mayoma Core should be ashamed of herself for developing this movie that contains child pornography. I never seen the movie before, and I never fucking will. So fuck Mayoma Core and fuck Netflix too for releasing this movie. I will never ever going to watch absolutely fucking nothing on Netflix ever again. So fuck you. Alright peeps, so it looks like we're finally back in this Rant House show. So, yeah, let's continue with that. The U.S. Electoral College and America's two-party dictatorship has gone fucking crazy. And Alan Yates, the character from the Cannibal Holocaust movie, yeah, he's gone psycho and he doesn't care about himself. I mean, absolutely nothing but himself. So it looks like we're gonna start this shit one segment at a time. Okay, peeps, let's get into it. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. Alright, now let's start with Meowcat's request. The U.S. Electoral College and America's two-party dictatorship. Okay, you guys want to know why is that?
Time to punch out and go home, Guts Man.
Do you like that?
Fucking guys who act like a bunch of fucking
Because the Democrats want to ban guns and raise taxes, while the Republicans want to continue the failed war on drugs and control what a woman does to her body. Oh my fucking god. Doesn't anyone ever heard of anyone's rights to own a gun for protection purposes? Especially in their homes and fucking grocery places, gas stations? Well, they should. They should heard about the rights. When it comes to gun banning to prevent terrorists from committing school shooting, burglaries, robberies, well, that's good. But when it comes to protection purposes, this shit is so fucking absurd. Raising taxes? Are you fucking joking with this? Hasn't anyone been punished enough with house rent, electric bills, vehicle payments, and fucking subscriptions from the fucking Beyond? Come on! Raising taxes is so fucking unreasonable, and no one should fucking deal with them. Also, they don't allow third parties into the debates. They are the reason that the government is now a tyranny. The D's and R's make people fight each other and just fucking watch the country die into darkness. Even if 99% of the damn population votes for a third party, they would have the Electoral College to rig the vote. This is why the two-party dictatorship and the Electoral College should be abolished. Well, this is an atrocious freedom-bashing fuckfest that turned out to be. This is some old bullshit right there, man. Okay, now let's start with Alan fucking Yates. Requested by David, the fucking Rukinite lover. Alan Yates is one of the two main protagonists alongside Harold Monroe of the extremely controversial 1980 Italian exploitation film Cannibal Holocaust. Alan was a director who toured the world alongside his crew, made up of three friends. While outwardly a normal filmmaker, Alan Yates was actually ruthless and racist with signs of sociopathy. Often he would film as he and his crew deliberately create atrocities, so as to make a profit from the footage. He would film such unforgivable acts as rape, murder, and torture with the aim of becoming famous. He also viewed the natives as monkeys and horribly abused them all. Wait a minute, Alan Yates is a fucking racist son of a bitch? Oh, fucking hell. Alan and his crew, however, would make a fatal mistake when they attempted to cause mayhem in the Amazon jungle, attacking a group of peaceful villagers and forcing them into huts which they proceeded to burn, filming while the terrified natives tried to escape. Some had burned to death. Oh, god damn it! After destroying the village, Alan and his crew moved on to track down the mysterious tree people, a tribe that was said to engage in cannibalism. The tree people had enough of Alan and his crew for slaughtering them and soon ambushed the filmmakers, managing to spear one of Alan's friends, that is Jack, who Alan simply shoots while recording as the tribe castrate him and tear his body apart before devouring him. Mark then films as Faye, captured by the frenzied tribe. This is the first time Alan actually shows concern and is even willing to forget about the film to save Faye, but is convinced to follow them and keep filming. Alan and Mark watch as Faye is gang raped by the tribesmen and beheaded. During the end of this movie, Alan Yates is dead by the psychotic cannibals. If you look close to Alan's face, he would remind you that he looks close and similar like Michael fucking Kelso from that fucking 70s show. Yeah, I'm talking about his evil grin and evil smile. So yeah, Alan's face is now covered in blood due to the cannibals trying to fuck him up real good. Even though killing is never the answer, but that'll teach that racist fucker a lesson. Okay, peeps, so in conclusion, those types of governments are so fucking corrupted that it should be abolished. Yeah, the U.S. Electoral College and America's two-party dictatorship. Those Democrats are not in our kind. And as for Alan Yates, even though that celebrating his death is not good, but that would teach him a lesson, and I hope he's burning in hell for all this. I don't know why one of those countries have to go from good to so fucking bad. Well, mostly, I really do not like the way China has done. Yeah, especially the fucking coronavirus. So, anyway, peeps, let's just explain the bad things about these three countries that I'm gonna rant on. Alright, so let's start with China. Okay, so China is gotta be one of the best countries, but it's not the perfect one because of too many fatal flaws here. Yeah, too many fucking flaws throughout this country. Number one, the fucking bootleg medias were existed, and that they're the reasons why there are so many illegal bootleg copies swarming around the fucking country. And number two, there are unsanitary bathrooms. And there's number three, child labor laws. I don't really fucking get it. Why is that? I don't know why they have illegal medias and having children to work for free. Well, yeah, having children to work for free instead of work for money is just as worse than... Yeah, this is fucking slavery, is it? Yeah, nobody likes slavery because slavery is illegal. Can't you remember that shit? You wanna know how slavery is illegal? You wanna know since when? Well, yeah, since forever. Oh, yeah, and I don't know what the fuck's the point of it? Can this really be a fucking... I don't know what to say about this. Well, and I gotta tell you the truth about it. Well, the good thing about China is that there is the Great Wall. Yeah, just to remember. Yeah, and they also banned South Park, which is, I don't know, it is a reasonable thing to China, but to me, it just doesn't feel the same without South Park. Yeah, the South Park episode called Banned in China. Yeah, China literally banned South Park because of that episode. And also that they also banned some of the websites that we go to, that we usually go to. I don't know, is YouTube banned from China too? Oh god, I hope. Well, if it is, oh my god, that's not good. Alright, so now we're going to talk about North Korea, and why is North Korea one of the most dangerous countries? Okay, peeps, so, yeah, North Korea is one of the most strict countries, and one of the most dangerous ones if you ever think about it. And so here are the reasons why that the country of North Korea is considered a dangerous one. Okay, okay, the country mourns the leader's demise every year, and it's punishable to smile on this day. People can't engage in any fun activities, crack jokes, or consume alcohol on July 8th, 1994. And the military service is must for all able-bodied individual. Now, while men are expected to serve 10 years, which was 13 earlier, women have to serve a lighter period, and all individuals below the age of 60 is part of the country's reserve force. Absolute coordination and discipline. during military parades, and as must and breaking formations are punishable. Alright, and wearing blue jeans is enough to land a North Korean in prison. Blue jeans is considered as a symbol of capitalism. American imperialism and hence is banned. Okay, there are 28 state-authorized hairstyles, 10 for men and 18 for women in the country, and anything outside the list is punishable. Men can't grow their hair longer than 2 inches, and long hair is reserved for married women. Oh, okay, so that's not fucking fair, now is it? Oh my god, okay. If a citizen finds a paper on the street with one of the leader's photo, he or she can neither stop on it nor walk past it, but hand it over to the officials responsible for dismantling it respectfully. The human excreta is the major source of the manure in the country. When South Korea decided to stop the export fertilizers to their aggressive neighbors in 2008, Pyongyang had no choice but to ask people to collect and hand over human waste to the authorities so that the farmers of the country stood a chance. Okay, so it appears that back in 2009, the USSR was along with North Korea in the Cold War era and have strong relations with China. The country follows an ideology of its own called the Juche. In post-USSR era, mentioning of communism started getting removed from the country's constitution and got wiped out completely. North Korea is officially an atheist state, and practicing religion or possessing a Bible could result in execution. The only denied is the country that are the members of the beloved Kim family. Wait a minute. I don't know that this is an atheist. I don't know that this is a country that doesn't believe in God. Oh my god. There is no way in hell I'm gonna visit here. And a member of a family is found guilty of a crime against the state. The entire family will land in jail, notoriously called the 3-generation rule, implanted to restrict people from defecting to rival nations. Pyongyang make the parents, grandparents, and children of the guilty to serve life terms in prison camps. Oh my god. This country is considered dangerous. You peeps know that? Okay, so not only North Korea is one of the most dangerous countries, but Iraq is also the second dangerous country I've ever heard. Alright, how dangerous is Iraq? With hundreds of thousands of displaced people, dozens of thousands of killings, and with an average of 1 terrorist attack per week, Iraq is nowadays considered one of the most dangerous countries in the world. Oh damn, this is one of those countries that you should not visit. Yeah, and it's also one of them that you should not book at the honeymoon at if you guys are married or other shit. Okay, but I don't know. I don't think it's safe to visit Iraq. Okay, so especially during the COVID-19 terrorism, kidnapping, armed conflict, and mission, Iraq's limited capacity to provide to support to U.S. citizens. Oh my god. Okay, the most dangerous place in Iraq is fucking Baghdad. In early 2007, this city was the most dangerous city on earth. Most parts, with the exception of the heavily guarded international zone, were no-go for foreigners, where local people risks being randomly killed or hunted down at any time. As many as 130 bodies, many mutilated, were being found each morning. Oh no, that's not good. I don't know what. So Iraq is famous for culturally. So it has a very long and rich heritage. The country is known for its poets, and its painters and sculptors are among the best in the Arab world, some of them being world class. Iraq is known for producing fine handicrafts, including rugs and carpets. Yeah, there's so many wars and so many dangerous acts in the entire country, and including the entire city of Baghdad. Oh, there's no way in hell that anyone would want to spend days of visiting this country. So in conclusion, China is one of those countries that has a lot of bad shit, like illegal bootleg copies and unsanitary bathrooms and cheap knockoffs and disgusting food. And also, North Korea is an atheist country, which means that they don't allow people praising the name of Jesus. And as for Iraq, it is a dangerous country next to North Korea, and I wouldn't recommend visiting this country at any time, especially in the COVID-19 pandemic. Matter of fact, I would never ever consider or recommend visiting to these 3 fucking dangerous countries. Period.
Now, while you see me playing one of my games on PlayStation, let's start with number 5. Julie DePalo and Pip Pip getting attacked for false reasons. Jewel and Pip Pip are one of those users that are innocent and my friends. Even though that Pip Pip don't know me much, I seen them getting attacked with multiple bombardments of cyberbullying donkey doo-doo. Julie was falsely accused of being a fucking toxic psycho when she's friendly, and Pip Pip was being mistreated by people who despised him for false reasons. I'm not going to say the names, because I would make it worse than it has to be when I do. I ain't gonna expose their names, so I'm leaving them alone. Look peeps, just because I had to let y'all know about this just does absolutely not mean a toxic fan brat of these 2 poor people. I'm saying that because I felt bad for them. Please remember that because I accept your thoughts on them, but please move on from Julie and Pip Pip. Time to move up to number 4. Having myself suffering back pain and leg cramps. While I was working at Little Caesars during quarantine, my lower back was starting to ache, causing me to work less faster. A few days later I felt my lower back starting to feel worse, and my left leg felt injured, causing me to work slow. Causing me to lose my chance to get the raise, and my former owner bosses don't give a fuck about it. A few months and extra days later when I start working at Chicken Express, my lower back and my left leg starting to feel fucking worse than I thought, causing my boss to reduce hours and more benefits. Back in November 2020 my mother sent me to the emergency room to see what's going on with this painful situation I had. A few days after my medication, the results is that I don't feel the pain going the fuck away. The worst shit happened to me is that I'm in almost $600 in debt from the hospital. That's fucking bullshit. Number 3. Celebrity deaths. I know that dying is the part of life, but it's one of those concepts that no one can handle. People dying due to heart attack, various type of cancer, suicide, especially natural fucking causing. We even lost more black people. Doesn't anyone understand that black lives fucking matter? We lost George Floyd due to strangulation by the cops, which is police brutality. We lost Tiny Zeus Lister Jr. due to the coronavirus. A former XPW wrestler Supreme due to a heart attack, Eddie Van Halen due to stroke and lung cancer, Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna due to an airplane crash, Chadwick Boseman due to colon cancer, Road Warrior Animal due to natural causes, Sean fucking Connery due to pneumonia. I can't stand myself explaining more. Like I said before and I can say it again, dying is the part of life, but it's way too fucking hard to handle this so much pressure. Women and children crying, some of the men do the same and some of them don't but felt the guilt. Especially when people die of coronavirus, this is a shitload of fuck. Oh my god, I don't want to know about, or even think about more deaths of everyone we love respectfully, not even the deaths of Quentin Tarantino or Clint fucking Eastwood. Number 2, the false termination of my third channel. While I was working on my Plotagon Skits sketch, I just received an email from YouTube that my channel has been terminated for multiple times of so-called cyberbullying, scam, and misleading information. What the hell? There is no proof or evidence that I do such thing. I appealed the info, and YouTube decided to decline my appeal of my terminated channel, and shame on Taylor Jolicoeur for falsely terminating my third channel when there are no proof or any single evidence that why my channel should be taken down when we don't deserve this type of catastrophe.
Fuck you! Oh, shit! Come on, fucker.
Here we are, peeps, the number one most worst concept that has ever happened in the year of 2020. The fucking coronavirus. This deadly virus is so dangerous that you have to wear a mask all the fucking time. It's still going on because we have almost 2 million deaths of this bullshit conspiracy. This is such a pain in the ass, because we were eager to see it end. I don't think some of us can stand another year where the COVID-19 pandemic is still going on, because we all want to end this bullshit travesty once and for fucking all. So in conclusion, I wonder what are your top 5 worst moments of this year in your honest thoughts. That year was a complete ass-sucking semen-dripping shit show. Now let's just get over it, move on, and see if 2021 will be either get better or worse. In the words of Steel Panther, fuck 2020, 2020 can suck my dick.
Son of a bitch! Oh shit. Not bad, but I should do better. Ah, fuck! Ah, fuck you! Oh, shit! Come on. Come on, fucker. Ah, fuck you! The Virtual Boy is a 32-bit tabletop portable video game console developed and manufactured by Nintendo. And what do I gotta say about this? The Virtual Boy is one of the worst game designs and one of the worst inventions and the worst fucking portable console I've ever seen since I watched the Angry Video Game Nerd episode of it. So yeah, this console is literally a piece of fucking shit! Alright, now let's get into it. Okay, peeps, so the development of the Virtual Boy lasted 4 years and began under the project name VR32. Nintendo entered a licensing agreement to use a stereoscopic LED eyepiece technology which had been developed since the 1980s by the US company Reflection Technology. It was also built a factory in China to be used only for Virtual Boy manufacturing over the course of development. The console technology was downscaled due to the high costs and potential health concerns, and an increasing amount of resources were reallocated to the development of the Nintendo 64, Nintendo's next home console. Lead game designer Shigeru Miyamoto, yeah, rest in peace, had a little involvement with the Virtual Boy software. The Virtual Boy was pushed to market in an unfinished state in 1995 to focus on the N64. Ah, fuck. The Nintendo 64 should have been released in the first place rather than that stupid fucking Virtual Boy console. Look at this design. This is a complete fucking travesty of a portable console. And besides, there is no fucking head strap. Yeah, according to the Angry Video Game Nerd, why isn't there a fucking head strap? It is one of the worst designs I've ever seen. Yeah, and the controls have two fucking moving controls, one left and one right. And select, start, BA, and L and R. The triggers, yeah, that's right behind the consoles. Behind the controller. But I cannot imagine that because I never seen the fucking console before. Oh yeah, and the battery packs are loosable too. This one is just supports ROM cartridge. Yeah, the ROM cartridge is the media for the game. So during the lifespan, it just lasted up to a full year until it was discontinued in 1996, right before the Nintendo 64 was released around November. So yeah, anyways, several technology demonstrations were used to show the Virtual Boy's capabilities. Driving demo is one of the more advanced demos. Its 30-second clip shows a first-person view of driving by road signs and palm trees. The demo was shown at E3 and CES in 1995. The Starship starred up screen of the Virtual Boy prototype was shown at Show Shinkai 1994. A very confident projection of sales in Japan of 3 million hardware units and 14 million software units by March of 1996 was given to press. The demo of what would have been a Star Fox game showed an R-Wing doing various spins and motions. Cinematic camera angles were a key element. There are in Star Fox 2. It was shown at E3 and CES in 1995. So yeah, there's only 22 games sold in this fucking console. And one of them was sold exclusively in Japan, that is the Jack Brothers. What the fuck? There's only 22 games, but there's only 21 in the US? Yeah, there's only 22 consoles in total. I mean, 22 games. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's only 22 fucking games in this console. And I don't know about this. I cannot imagine if some of those games are fucking good or some of them are fucking bad. And the only one game that I think it is that crossed the line is the fucking Waterworld on Virtual Boy. Oh, and not only that, that Waterworld was on the Virtual Boy, it was also released on Super Nintendo, which is one of the most fucked up games that Film and Stuff ever reviewed. And I also heard that there's Waterworld on PC, and was there a Waterworld on 3DO? Come on, let's not get into the Waterworld shit. So yeah, there are games that are good, like a Wario Land and the fucking puzzle shit. But I don't know what to do about this. I don't know what to say about it. So anyways, that's not the only problem with the Virtual Boy console, which is the battery pack and the controls and triggers, or the design, or the fucking head strap. I've been told... I also heard by the Angry Video Game Nerd that the Virtual Boy had a link cable extension for any video games releases. So in the words of the Angry Video Game Nerd, the Virtual Boy was never given any of the fucking games that had to do with multiplayer shit, just like in and Game Boy. Because you want to know why? Because the Virtual Boy sucked so fucking hard that it was canceled before such a thing could be released. I don't know what the fuck is this, man. I don't even know what the fuck is the point of that shit to have an enhanced virtual reality when it doesn't feel like shit. An exception of a Red Alarm or one of those spaceship games. Well, anyways, the Virtual Boy was panned by critics and was a commercial failure. Even after repeated price drops, its failure had been attributed to its high price, monochrome display, unimpressive stereoscopic effect, lack of true portability, and fucking health concerns. Oh, what the fuck? Stereoscopic technology in video game consoles re-emerged in later years to more success, including the Nintendo 3DS. Yeah, it was such a flop, and no wonder why we don't have Mortal Kombat or any of those fucking games that we love. And I also heard that, I even heard that there's some canceled games on the Virtual Boy. No wonder why the Virtual Boy sucked so fucking hard, just like the 32X. The Sega 32X does. No wonder why this game contains eye strains and fucking headaches and various seizures. What the fuck? So in conclusion, this console is a complete fucking travesty of a fucking virtual reality. Yes, it is a complete travesty and it doesn't even count as shit like that. So if you ever see a Virtual Boy console in any of the fucking flea markets or the movie trading company or whatever store that you're at, please look away. Do not fucking buy them. It's not going to be worthy for your time, or it's not going to be the best few dollars that you ever spent on your fucking hard-earned paycheck. Big Rigs Over the Road Racing is a fucking racing game that doesn't count as a fucking racing game. Why is that? It's because it was one of the worst games ever fucking made due to multiple bugs and lack of proper gameplay. And the game itself doesn't seem to be finished. I don't know why the fuck is this... Oh my fucking god. So yeah, it is a 2003 racing video game developed by Stellar Stone and published by Game Mill Publishing. Oh, those guys ought to be ashamed for not putting enough time and effort on this fucking development. Come on, let's go. Okay, so the player controls a semi-truck, a big rig, and races stationary opponent through checkpoints on US truck routes. Okay. Stellar Stone, based in California, outsourced the game's development to Ukraine, and the game was released on November 20th, 2003, a few days before Thanksgiving. Due to a multitude of bugs and lack of proper gameplay, Big Rigs was received very negatively, became the worst rated game on review aggregator or Adrib. Fuck! Okay, Metacritic and rankings claimed that this game is the worst rated game ever, and has been frequently cited as one of the worst video games of all time by gaming publications. The game also has attracted a cult following since its release. Okay, although the game's packaging states the objective as racing over US truck routes to be the first to deliver cargo and avert arrest by the police, neither cargo nor law enforcement is featured in the game. The player chooses from 4 playable semi-trailer trucks, big rigs, and 5 truck routes, although selecting the 4th route will cause the game to crash. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, let's just stop right there. What is the point of having 5 race circuits, and one of them had to fucking crash? I don't know, did somebody forget to fix the fucking bug before they published this fucking game in stores? Oh my god, what the hell? Once selected, the player navigates their truck through checkpoints using the arrow keys. Driving in reverse allows the vehicle to accelerate continuously, while releasing the associated key will instantly halt the truck. Well, holy hell. And there is no time limit to complete a race, and the opponent does not move. What? Okay, no time limit to complete a race? Well, okay, that's fine. But the opponent doesn't move? Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me with this? How come you have a fucking game when your opponent does not fucking move? Imagine playing Grand Theft Auto 5 online and race against a few players. When a few players decided to stall, you started a race right away, and you win like easy. Does that make any fucking sense? Hell no, it ain't. The player's truck can pass through the opponent and all objects placed on the route due to a lack of collision detection. Oh my god, bad collision detection, peeps? Off-roading bears no traction penalty. Hills can be ascended and descended without reducing the truck's speed, and traversal is possible beyond the defined play area. Completing the race rewards the player with a trophy bearing the phrase, "You're winner." Your winner? What the fuck kind of grammar is this? Wow, what a complete meme that turned out to be, peeps. Right next to the fucking hamster dance meme, or whatever the fuck it is. But I fucking hate the hamster dance track, though. But other than that, somebody forgot to fix the fucking grammar, which they should have put A right between your and winner. Oh my god. I don't know what the fuck is the meaning of this, man. No wonder why I never heard of this game that much before until I watched some gameplays of it and watched the Angry Video Game Nerd episode. The development of Big Rigs was commissioned by Stellar Stone, a company based in Santa Monica, California, that was founded in late 2000 and outsourced game development to Eastern European countries like Russia. Sergei Titov, the chief executive officer of TS Group Entertainment, licensed his Eternity game engine to Stellar Stone in exchange for a large chunk of the company. According to Sergei Titov, Big Rigs was developed by a team in Ukraine. Although he is credited as a producer and co-programmer of the game, Sergey claims that he had neither had much input on the development, nor the possibility to halt the game's release. He stated that publisher Game Mill Publishing initially sought to release one racing game stock keeping unit, but later decided to split it in two, Big Rigs and Midnight Race Club, and shipped Big Rigs in what he believed to be a pre-alpha state. The game was released, yeah, I already told you when it was released. Yeah, it was released only on PC and distributed exclusively through Walmart stores. Sergey later offered to replace the game with one from catalog of Activision value. Should a buyer send him their game copy, sales receipt, and registration card, which 20 people did? Okay, peeps, so let me tell you the fucking review. Okay, it was received an overwhelming dislike according to the new website Metacritic. Based on 5 critic reviews, the site calculated a normalized rating of 8 out of 100 is lowest ever. The game also stood as all-time worst games on game rankings. Big Rigs have been cited as one of the fucking worst video games of all time. Well, ain't this a fucking bullshit opportunity if you think about it. Okay, GameSpot back in 2004, Kotaku in 2012 and 2015, Computer and Video Games 2K13, Hardcore Gamer 2K14, Games Radar Plus 2017, and PC Gamer 2 years ago. Steve Haskell of GameZone regarded it as the most abysmal racing game in 2011. On X-Play's March 2004 Games You Should Never Buy segment, co-host Morgan Webb described Big Rigs as the worst video game ever made and refused to score it as the program's rating system did not allow for a 0 score. Oh, what the fuck? They should have 0 score for a fucking option. The NYU Game Center exhibited the game as part of its Bad is Beautiful, an exhibition exploring fascinatingly bad games at the NYU Game Center in April 2012. Holy shit. Well, yeah, this game is a complete pile of fucking shit. It's just as bad as Ride to Hell Retribution 1%. Speaking of 1%, I would give this fucking Big Rigs game 1% indeed. As a matter of fact, a negative 100 out of 100 due to a fucking glitch, bugs, and lack of proper gameplay that they should have programmed before they released it. And this is a misleading concept too. Yeah, because the police and the fucking packages were never involved in this. Like, what the hell? Why do you have to advertise shit that... Oh my fucking god, I don't know. Why do you have to advertise something that you don't came up with? Well, yeah, this is the fucking worst game ever. Oh, this is the worst fucking game ever. So in conclusion, peeps, this game has a lot of problems. So yeah, what I recommend is stay the fuck away from it. Trust me, just stay the fuck away from it. It's not fucking worth it. Okay, peeps, there are a few definitions about the word Karen. Number 1, a typical female name. Number 2, a fucking widespread meme referencing a damn specific type of a middle-aged racist woman who judges everyone out of fucking nowhere. What the fucking shit? Okay, before we start this rant, I don't mean this rant on any women named Karen. I meant to this rant on this shit where I rant on this racial definition. Shit. Yeah, I'm talking about a fucking racial remark about it. Alright, let's get it over with. Karen is a pejorative slang term for an obnoxious, angry, entitled, and an often bullshit, fucking heartless, racist, middle-aged white woman who uses her privilege to get her fucking way, or even the fucking cops' other people's behaviors. Okay, why the fuck would some racist Karen want to come onto a cop? Dude, the cop has the right to prosecute anyone for shit that is against the fucking law and someone's fucking rights. Are you fucking kidding me? What the hell? Okay, this is fucking insane. as featured in memes, one of those memes that are not fucking funny, and to me it will never will be. Karen is generally a stereotyped as having a blonde bob haircut, asking to speak to retail and restaurant managers to voice complaints, or make demands, and being an anti-vax Generation X soccer fucking mom. Ugh. This is fucking uncomfortable, dude. This bullshit, and I can't stand anyone who supports racism or does not believe that black lives fucking matter. Because face it, black lives do fucking matter. In 2020, Karen spread as a label used to call out white women who were captured in viral videos engaging in what are widely seen as fucking racist acts. What the fuck? I wish this doesn't existed. I wish there were never existed. Yeah, I'm talking about the racial remarks of it. Karen sues the local city council after they installed a new stop sign that hides the sun from her window for 2 fucking minutes a damn day. The sign was installed after a schoolboy on his bike was hit by a speeding driver and died. Now that's just sad. Karen has tons of refusals, and I meant tons and tons of fucking risky refusals of wearing a fucking mask during the COVID-19, or should I say the bullshit, life-risking COVID-20 pandemic when a Karen goes to various places, convenience gas stations, video game stores, restaurants, and damn laundromats or any other places where it requires you to wear a mask. What the hell is wrong with this fucking racist woman? Is she asking to get the fucking coronavirus for this? What the fuck? No, the Karens cannot die. They're too young for that shit still. They still need to wear a mask if they want to live. After 5 minutes, the workers asked a Karen to leave. Instead of what she's been told, she decided to harass them. Asks the manager and threatens to sue. Sue the corporate? And sue the manager too? For what? For not letting people without a mask? She can't do that. Okay, a Karen complains that her favorite parking spot was taken or replaced. She parks her car in the old spot anyway, when it's not a fucking vehicle, and she shoots a vlog about it. Oh my god. Oh, great. Is a racist Karen making a scene like where fucking Medea was feeling raged up after a woman took her parking spot? Is she out of her mind? Why is a Karen making a big deal out of this? If your favorite parking spot is taken, go park your car somewhere else. It does not have your fucking name on it anyway. I would rather get myself dragged to somewhere that Karens go to, force me to eat piss and shit out of the fucking floor out of the fucking blue. If I ever get a fucking girlfriend, I would make sure that she is not a fucking Karen. I would never, ever go out with some fucking prejudiced woman if she ever offered me $69,000 tax-free. Ugh. Did I also forget to mention that the Karens also said racial slurs in front of everyone and at everyone and go snooping their own businesses when it's none of their businesses? Isn't this world punishment enough with the fucking coronavirus and other bullshit that we cannot handle? No, we're gonna add more Karens to act racist in front of everybody. Ugh! That's it, peeps. End of rant. I cannot take any more of this shit. So, in conclusion, if you peeps ever see a fucking Karen who is prejudiced against you or any other people in their race, just ignore them. If she keeps harassing you for 30 minutes straight, for no obvious reason especially, call the fucking cops.
Alright peeps, we have a special guest for this week.
Hello peeps, it's me, David the Rekinit Lover.
Okay, the DBZ Sagas game is a 3D action-adventure beat-em-up game developed by Avalanche Studios. Avalanche Studios, the developer of this game, the same company who made Mortal Kombat and Rampage games?
Yeah, I'm looking it up on my phone. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, DBZ Sagas was developed by Avalanche Software and published by Atari. It's based on the anime show by Akira Toriyama.
And this game didn't do no favors, because how much of a failure this game is.
To tell you the truth, I have not played this game myself because I can't tell if the controls are at best adequate or worse abysmal. This gameplay has failed on so many fucking levels filled with bull shit.
There is so much wrong with them. The lacks of gameplay, lack of story, lack of characters and sagas and moves. There's no way in hell that anyone wants to play this utter travesty.
There is no reason why the very great Dragon Ball Z franchise should be taking a step backwards. This game is an ass load of fuck. And plus this is the worst of the Dragon Ball Z trilogy release for the fucking GameCube.
What do you mean by that, Mason?
There were 3 DBZ games released for the GameCube. We have Budokai 1, 2, and Sagas. There are 3 of them on PlayStation 2, but Budokai 3 was only on PlayStation 2.
That's not the worst part though, oh no. The worst part is that this is the only game based on the Dragon Ball Z license on the Xbox.
Arg. I can't believe the original Xbox console owners got fucked up the ass. They felt so humiliated. Unbelievable.
The ratings are mixed up with some positivity, mixed bags, and mostly negative reviews. This game is a Comer failure and this game fails in all departments. It's nowhere near as fun or functional as the Budokai or Raging Blast series, because it completely fails in taking the series into a new directions.
Yeah, they even failed every Dragon Ball Z fanatics who have the original Xbox. They failed them miserably. Okay peeps, we have another guest for the next segment.
Hello Velez, I'm RJ Brian the Gacha Boy 2011. Now let's roll to the Rule 34 rant.
Okay, Rule 34 is a pornographic website where we see cringeworthy sex artworks from different sources. It really scarred various people for life when they first time seeing such explicit images out of their favorite all-time characters.
I have heard of this website before from various YouTubers when they asked what are our opinions on this website. This website is pure garbage. It's unsanitary, covered with filth. Whoever came up with this are freaking perverts.
Some of them contains pedophilia and some of them contain so much repulsive. This is childhood ruined material. I don't even know if some underage children were seeing this.
Goodness gracious, I can't stop thinking about Rule 34. This is like the dark web. Instead of the virus infecting the computer, the explicit parts are infecting your childhood memories, and I don't like it one bit.
Okay peeps, I think you heard enough. This website is way too much full of traumatic nightmares for us to continue.
Now if you excuse me, I'm going to throw up in the bathroom.
Okay peeps, the third segment of this week's Rant House episode is going to be Imperial Japan and it's...
Hello guys, my name is Jono4422. You may have formerly known me as Super Jono03. Now on to the rant because Mason and I have saved the worst for last.
Imperial Japan is one of the most tragic moments that happened during the Second World War. They believe in protecting their fucking emperor, while in fact the emperor, who was Hirohito at the time, wasn't a big fan of starting the damn war with China. And the Prime Minister Hideki Tojo had the intention to start a war with other countries like China and the US.
Several war crimes were committed with their experimental science group Unit 731, which did atrocious experiments on Chinese, Mongolian, Korean, and Soviet fucking citizens. Not to mention the Nanking Massacre, which killed around 200,000 and 300,000 local innocent civilians by murdering and raping them.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? Why would they do this? Is this the tragic segment of the fucking story where pedophilia existed?
Yes, this is where pedophilia started, because this included children along with men and women.
Oh my god! This is some fucking... Oh, excuse me. Japan has denied these atrocious wrongdoings, despite all the bad things they've done, and refused to accept any of the things they've done during World War II and the Second Sino-Japanese War, in which they also regret losing the fucking war, and they've even erased this type of information in their motherfucking textbooks.
So the worst part is that they used women from the countries they've successfully invaded and forced women to become Comfort woman? Or they'd ended up getting raped and eventually killed off instead of being able to go back to their home countries. Why the fuck did they rapists mislead every woman? Why did they have to fucking lie?
They even forced men from occupied nations like Korea and Taiwan to fight for them, and those soldiers are forced into flying kamikaze planes into US battleships, and even being dragged into fighting for them and killing other civilians.
This is a complete fucking shit show. It's on par with the fucking Holocaust concentration camp back that Hitler came up with. Anyways, Mason and I do not hate Japan after this, but they should at least own up for their war crimes as Germany did.
Yeah, what he fucking said. So in conclusion, a Dragon Ball Z game that sucked Shenron's Dragon Balls mixed with artworks of incestuous hetero and homosexual intercourses with a tragedy piece disturbing war? Those three main things I have covered are not what we had our asses in fucking mind. Before we end this rant, I would like to send a special thanks to these three people who sent me requests and appeared in my Rant House show.
It sure was good to be in your show, Mason. Thanks a bunch.
Thanks for adding me as a guest of your show, Mason.
Yeah, we really appreciate you for ranting on 3 segments that we requested you, Mason.
Alright, that's all for this episode. Until then, this is Mason Velez signing off. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. Anyway, peeps, it's in the middle of fucking February, and yeah, and since last month, and even a few days after Christmas and New Year's Eve, we could still see the fucking Christmas ornaments in this fucking neighborhood. What the fuck, man? Are these guys too lazy to take out the fucking Christmas decorations? Isn't that really necessary to keep the Christmas decorations all year long? No, that's fucking senseless because I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. Maybe you're just too lazy to do such thing after you got wasted for drinking so much alcohol on New Year's Eve and Christmas Day or whatever. Okay, let me see about that. Yeah, anyway, so like the angry video game nerd, the bullshit man said in this Christmas Aftermath episode of You Know What's Bullshit, the fucking Christmas songs just started as soon as October. Oh, what the fuck? Can't you just wait until either after Halloween is finished or right before Thanksgiving? Oh, come on, man. That's fucking bullshit. That is really bullshit, I can tell you that. Yeah, and Thanksgiving, yeah, we could still hear the Christmas songs on Thanksgiving, which is close enough to get the Christmas spirits feeling all the way or something. I don't want to know what they celebrate. So yeah, I heard that some people that started to complain of these different terms, that is, Merry Christmas, or you wanted to say Happy Holidays. No, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say Merry Christmas. But anyway, other than that shit, I just want to let you know that even though that Christmas is over since 2 months ago, I'm still watching Christmas-themed films. That is Friday After Next and Bad Santa. But those are one of those rare Christmas aftermath moments that we still like to enjoy. But for the rest of them, forget it. You should have get off your ass and take down the fucking Christmas ornaments by the time Christmas is finished. I don't know what the fuck is going on nowadays. Is it really fucking chronologically confusing if you think about it? Oh yeah, complaining about the PC terms. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they sell Christmas decorations around stores for with discounted prices. Why would someone want to spend a few hard-earned dollars on Christmas ornaments in the middle of January and or February? But even though they have discounts on them, it's halfway a good deal, but it's halfway absurd as well. You might as well say, Happy shut the fuck up. Yeah, you would be saying that if you keep having problems with happy holidays. So anyway, peeps, I just don't know what else to say. Okay, so now the drama bullshit starts. Okay, there's so much sock puppet accounts trolling, invalid excuses, making up lies, impersonating, and other bullshit, including photoshopping someone else's face, harassing at cyberbullying, bashing opinions, accusing someone and other, which causes drama. Oh my fucking god. Is this the reason why that 2021 is getting worse, along with the fucking coronavirus? Okay, let me put it this way. Creating sock puppet accounts could get your ass in trouble. Especially trolling and also making up lies that nobody believes. Or anyone gives a damn for that matter. And what to say? Oh yeah, being a fucking pervert to someone. If you're over 18 and start harassing underage girls or underage boys, fucking rapists. Yeah, and impersonating. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, impersonating. Those are one of those drama concepts that I cannot fucking handle. Imposters are fucking douches. They're nothing but asses. They do nothing but try to ruin your fucking reputation and make you want to leave social media for good. What the fuck? Or if I ever had an imposter once more, oh my god, I would be very shocked. I just cannot stand that shit. I just cannot even stand the fucking thing, man. Oh yeah, the fucking hackers too. I just don't know what the fuck to say. I heard that Tyler Buey has his account hacked twice by some other people, by two other people or whatever. Or is it one same person who hacked Tyler's account twice? Yeah, that's an example. I cannot stand fucking hackers trying to hack people's identity. And other than that shit, what do I gotta say about this? Oh god. There's so many fucking reasons that makes my head want to fucking spin like a fucking asshole. Oh god, I'm getting a fucking headache. The photoshopping, oh god, I cannot stand that. That's so fucking cringy. Bashing opinions would get your ass called out. Oh, what the fuck? I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm gonna have to stop here. So in conclusion, the Christmas aftermath is just not a good... It's a not so good holiday, and I don't know if you would even count this as a holiday, because that this is one of the most laziest concepts I've ever heard. And as for the bullshit drama, oh fuck, there is no sense of making it go away. Maybe you're just gonna have to live with it. So yeah, now I'm gonna have to celebrate St. Patrick's Day 1 month early. Because the drama is still kept going on, the coronavirus conspiracy is still hanging, and Christmas is already over. And that's bullshit. Alright, The Problem Solvers is an American animated television series that aired on Cartoon Network, created by Ben Jones. It follows Alfie, Roba, and Horace, a group of detectives in their troubled town Farborough. Or Farborough. Shit. Okay. The series follows the eponymous detectives Alfie, Roba, and Horace. The trio take up solving and sometimes creating the numerous problems that plague their fucking town, Farborough. To their aid is Tuck's dog, an extremely wealthy dog who helps the solvers in some of the cases, is just as often a source of their fucking problems. Alfie is a large, fluffy man dog, anteater found and raised by Horace when both were young. He loves devouring large quantities of food and especially pizza and hamburgers, and acts impulsively during missions. Well, holy fuck, aren't we in for some trouble? Alright. Roba, Horace's twin brother and cyborg, is the smartest member of the group, but he suffers from insecurity and anxiety. Horace is the calm and collected leader of the team, usually applying common sense with his detective work and caring after Alfie. Okay, well, what do I gotta say about that? Okay, the plot doesn't seem too good or inspiring. The graphics are fucking crazy. They're fucking mixed up, and they have the seizure-inducing mishmash of fucking garbage. Well, the actors didn't play too good. Well, to tell you the truth, I never watched the fucking Problem Solvers show that much. No, actually, I never seen them before in my life, but I do heard of it, but never planned to watch it because it's just a complete fucking failure of all Cartoon Network shows. I don't know what the fuck happened to them. So yeah, the animations are fucking are really pitiful and abysmal. And the soundtrack, yeah, the soundtrack is just doesn't seem too good. But what do I say about that overall? Well, let me put it this way. This is one of the most fucked up series I have ever heard. But I never watched it, but I'll never will. Okay, so dark webs. Yeah, the dark webs are Pink Meth, Best Gore, and Chemka.ga. Yeah, those are the websites that Loki is Cutie told me about. So anyways, we're going to start with Pink Meth. We all know that it's a revenge porn website. First off, this website is to practice sextortion. Okay, peeps, so if you don't know what sextortion is when a person illegally exposes someone's info just to get sexual revenge. Second, I believe that Pink Meth promotes rape culture. Third, the fact that it has thousands of women on this site proving that the men who expose them turns out to be sexist and misogynist incels. Thankfully, this website was shut down and investigators can find these men, and they were being put in jail. Obviously, no age nor gender is safe from sextortion. Up next, we got Best Gore. Best Gore is a shock site that is on the surface web. Best Gore can show a lot of violent videos and pictures, just like fucking Hood Site. Much like Hood Site. There's one time there's controversy in this site where a man was assaulting a corpse. Ah, what the fuck? Is this fucking natural? This website be on the surface web, but it may cause viruses when you go to it. Last, we got Chemka.ga. First, we all know it's made by a white supremacist incel who is a Redditor. When you click on it, it shows a man showing his cock out and trying to shove a corkscrew in it. Ah, what the hell? Is this fucking crazy? Is some person fucking crazy? This is jackass shit. Ah, this is just as painful as shoving a jar right up your fucking ass. Okay, second, you can see flashing lights and you can hear a man screeching on the top of his lungs. The fandom of this site is very shitty and toxic, and guess what they made? You guessed it, a flag. A flag that I cannot show you because Loki is Cutie found out that it has a Nazi symbol on the flag, and YouTube might take it down for hate speech. Yeah, I ain't gonna show you that shit because I wouldn't recommend you peeps to look at it yourselves either, because this will give you fucking nightmares. Okay, Not Cool is a 2014 American romantic comedy film directed, produced, and edited by Dane Shawson. I'm sorry, peeps. Shane Dawson. Yeah, I must have been thinking of... Yeah, having myself pronouncing his name wrong, I must have been thinking about this Bigfoot is gay sketch by Smosh. But all bullshit aside, let's go. The film centers around a group of high school friends reuniting over their Thanksgiving break during college. It is one of the two films that were produced for the Starz reality competition show, The Chair, where the competitors used the same screenplay to create their own film. In a small Pennsylvania town, a group of high school friends reunite during a Thanksgiving break from their college classes. Former prom king Scott is dumped by his hyperactive, erratic girlfriend Heather, and finds a new love interest in Tori. Meanwhile, Scott's younger sister, Janie, is approached by Joelle, who tries to woo her using the knowledge he gained from her social media posts. Okay, I never seen this movie before in my life, but yeah, according to the fucking reviews, and the ratings from various people who watched this, I heard that this movie is one of the worst ones because it has lower reviews and lower score ratings on Rotten Tomatoes and various critic websites. Well, yeah, it is. This movie is just fucking bad. I don't know why that Shane Dawson came up with it, but I known him better since the Bigfoot is Gay sketch. But tell you the truth, I never seen Shane Dawson's videos before. God damn it, Dane Shawson. I'm sorry, Shane Dawson. I knew you better than that since the first time I saw you in Smosh. So in conclusion, The Problem Solvers is one of the worst shows on Cartoon Network, and I do not recommend going to the dark webs at all because you will have nightmares for life. And as for Not Cool, I wouldn't recommend watching that fucking movie either. So yeah, these three sucks, stay the fuck away from them. Netflix was one of the best movie streaming websites I used to enjoy. Now, since that I stopped watching Netflix because of Cuties, I have decided to start the fucking rant on this website. That's no longer worthy for me. So anyways, let's get into the motherfucker. Netflix is the main reason why the Blockbuster stores are permanently out of business. And if you peeps are lucky that you have a remaining and rare Blockbuster store still up and running, consider yourself lucky. Well, anyways, to be honest, either whether or not, I wish this streaming website was free, because look at the fucking price. $17.99 for the premium. Well, I don't think it's a big deal. But the big deal is that when there is a movie and series that you want to watch, such as My Hero Academia, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Hunter x Hunter, Big Mama's House, Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained, Monsters Incorporated, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Pulp Fiction, How High, or whatever the fuck you want to watch. And sometimes you can find them there when you're in the mood to watch. And sometimes you can't. Look, when it says the last day that you will be watching, take this as an example. Well, I haven't screenshotted, but I'm showing you. Actually, I'm telling you the example. Are We There Yet? Starring Ice Cube is the last day to watch on February 28th. Yeah, to be honest, that type of situation is so fucking cheap. Yeah, they even removed The Office US, that 70s show, yeah, including that back in 2020. But I don't know if it's coming back. I heard that 10 years ago that Netflix was sued by the U.S. National Association of the Deaf for not providing captioning for the deaf or hard of hearing on all of its content, citing the Americans with Disability Act. Wow, what a selfish bastard move that you have came up with, Netflix. Like, what the hell? Oh yeah, there are no free trials either. That's another move that they never done. Well, I don't know why they never include free trials. Does anyone believe in any free trials in any websites anymore that cost a lot of shit? Well, yeah, and I don't know if they allow NC-17 films in this shit, because they do have unrated movies. Well, some R-rated movies in there, but some of the movies that had unrated features just only had either PG-13 or R-rated classifications in there. Yeah, I expected to see unrated. Yeah, the unrated ones, because I have a few movies that are unrated, such as Superbad, Doom, Pineapple Express, Anchorman, White Chicks, The Blues Brothers. Yeah, I have a few movies that have unrated classifications, man. But, and as I was saying, I do not know if they allow NC-17 films in this shit, because if they do, the only NC-17 motion picture that I want to see is fucking SwearNet. Yeah, SwearNet. Yeah, the movie based on the Trailer Park Boys, even though the Trailer Park Boys appeared as a cameo, because in the SwearNet movie we have Pat Roach, Mike Smith, Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles, and these two actors that I forgot to know. Well, yeah, Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles are the original cast members of the Trailer Park Boys that they didn't appear until near the end of the fucking movie. Well, yeah, I've loved the fucking SwearNet film. So consider yourselves lucky if you're not into NC-17 bullshit. Because I don't remember nothing that I like when it comes to NC-17 rating. So, now the real reason that I stopped watching Netflix is this bullshit NC-17 rated film named Cuties. I know that Cuties says it's intended for mature audiences only, but I consider this a fucking NC-17 film. This movie has fucked me over right from the beginning of the release of the film. It has so much controversy and made most of the people unsubscribe to Netflix because of its pedophilia. Wow, peeps. That's fucked up. How fucking juvenile. I can't stand this shit for more than one lousy ass minute, because I haven't seen it, and I ain't going to. And besides that, I already ranted on the Cuties film. Yeah, I just ranted that months ago, and because it's really unbearable for me to watch it, because I ain't going to. So, yeah, I haven't seen it, and I'm not gonna see it. Unless that Netflix is forced to take off the Cuties film, I forbid myself from going back to watch shit on Netflix ever again. So in conclusion, I wonder what are your thoughts on Netflix after I ranted on it and that horrible Cuties film. If you still like the Netflix website, well, that's alright with me. I ain't going back to that fucking cunt pimple of a website. So the website media that I am streaming now besides YouTube is 123 Movies and Kiss Cartoon. But now, if you excuse me, I'm going to watch The Expendables on DVD. Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within is a 2001 computer animated science fiction film directed by Hironobu Sakaguchi, creator of the Final Fantasy franchise. It was the first photorealistic computer animated feature film and was the most expensive video game inspired film until the release of Prince of Persia in 2010. It features the voices of Ming-Na Wen, Alec Baldwin, Donald Sutherland, James Woods, Ving Rhames, Harry Gilpin, and Steve Buscemi. Well, yeah, let's see how this movie is going to turn out. Is it either going to be a good one, or is it going to be a big fat steaming pile of fucking shit? Well, anyways, let's get into it and find out. In 2065, Earth is infested by the alien life forms known as phantoms. By physical contact, phantoms consume the gala spirit of living beings. Killing them instantly through a minor contact may only result in an infection. The surviving humans live in barrier cities, areas protected by an energy shield that prevents phantoms from entering, and are engaged in an ongoing struggle to free the planet. After being infected by phantoms, during one of her experiments, Aki Ross and her mentor, Dr. Sid, uncover a means of defeating phantoms by gathering 8 spirit signatures that, when joined, can negate the phantoms. Aki is searching for the 6th spirit of the ruins of New York City when she is cornered by phantoms, but is rescued by Gray Edwards and his squad Deep Eyes, consisting of Ryan Whitaker, and Neil Fleming, and Jane Proudfoot. It is revealed that Gray was once romantically involved with Aki. Upon returning to her barrier city, Aki joins Sid and appears before the Leadership Council along with General Hein, who is determined to use the powerful Zeus space cannon to destroy the phantoms. Aki is concerned that the cannon will damage Earth's gala and delays the use of it, revealing that she has been infected and the collected spirit signatures are keeping her infection stable. Conceiving the council that there may be another way to defeat the phantoms, However, this revelation leads Hein to incorrectly conclude that she is being controlled by the Phantoms. Aki and the Deep Ice Squad succeed in finding the seventh spirit as Aki's infection begins to worsen and she slips into an unconsciousness. Her dream reveals to her that the Phantoms are the spirits of dead aliens brought Earth on a fragment of their destroyed planet. Sid uses the seventh spirit to bring Aki's infection back under control, reviving her. To scare the council into giving him clearance to fire the Zeus cannon, Hein lowers part of the barrier shield protecting the city. Though Hein intended that only a few phantoms enter, his plan goes awry and legions of phantoms invade the entire city. Aki, Sid, and the Deep Eyes attempt to reach Aki's spaceship, their means of escape, but Ryan, Neil, and Jane are killed by phantoms. Hein escapes and abords the Zeus space station, where he finally receives authorization to fire the cannon. What the fuck? Firing a fucking cannon? Wait a minute, what the fuck happened to using the fucking swords or RPG elements? Does this anything have to do with the fucking movie? I mean, does this have anything to do with any of the fucking Final Fantasy franchises? Sid finds the eighth spirit at the crater site of the fucking alien asteroid's impact on Earth. He lowers a shielded vehicle with Aki and Gray aboard into the crater to locate the final fucking spirit. Oh no, wait, my bad. It's not Gala, it's fucking Gaia! I don't know how to pronounce the word Gaia right. Am I saying it right or wrong? Well, anyway, once again, sorry for the mispronunciation for this shit. So, anyway, Hein fires the Zeus cannon into the crater, not only destroying the eighth spirit, but also revealing the Phantom Gaia. Aki has a vision of the Phantom home planet, where she is able to receive the eighth spirit from the alien particles in herself. When Aki awakens, she and Gray combine it with the other seven. Hein continues to fire the fucking Zeus cannon despite overheating this shit with warnings and unintentionally destroys the cannon and himself. Holy fuck. Gray sacrifices himself as a medium needed to physically transmit the completed spirit into the alien Gaia. The Earth's Gaia is returned normal as the Phantoms ascend into space, finally at peace. Aki is pulled from the crater holding Gray's body and is seen looking into the newly liberated world. Okay, what do I gotta say about this plot and the movie itself? Well, yeah, the plot is really confusing. It's not really that fucking inspiring. It's just fucking dumb, and it has nothing. It has nothing to do with any of the Final Fantasy characters that we remembered. Not even that fucking Cloud or Tifa fucking Lockhart. What the fuck's wrong with them? What the fuck happened to those creatures from Final Fantasy? Were they left out or some shit? Man, this is a fucking misleading concept of a Final Fantasy film. I don't know why they do that, but this movie belongs in the fucking garbage. Well, what do you think of this piece of shit Final Fantasy movie, David?
It's a misleading film, since there is no Cloud or Sephiroth.
This movie sucks. Not worth a damn.
It's a disgrace to the Final Fantasy franchise.
This fucking film had mostly nothing to do with the franchise, since we don't get to see Cloud, Tifa Lockhart, Sephiroth, or any of the memorable Final Fantasy characters.
Yep, this movie deserved an award. A big, fat, gigantic, juicy, shit-dripping trophy for the worst animated movie ever made, next to the fucking horrendous Emoji Movie. So in conclusion, this Final Fantasy movie is one of the most disappointing animated films I have ever heard, and I never seen that movie, but thank God I never did. And oh yeah, I have a newfound hatred for Final Fantasy. Yeah, I didn't even see that coming. Well, if you peeps like any of the Final Fantasy shit, well, that's alright with me, because to me, I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy games before in my life, and thank God that I never fucking will. A Nightmare on Elm Street is a 2010 American slasher remake directed by Samuel Bayer, and the film stars Jackie Earle Haley, and Kyle Gallagher, Rooney Mara, Katie Cassie, Thomas Decker, and Killen Lutz. So, yeah, it's a remake of Wes Craven's 1984 film of the same name and a reboot of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. So, I don't know what to say to this shit because I haven't seen that reboot or remake or whatever it is before, but we'll see if I would want to enjoy this. Yeah, I know it is a fucking Rant House episode, but come on, let's get this over with. Okay, the film is set in the fictitious town of Ohio and centers around a group of teenagers living on one street who are stalked and murdered in their dreams by a disfigured man named Freddy Krueger. The teenagers discovered that they all share a common link from their childhood that makes them targets for Freddy Krueger. Just look at the fucking poster. Yeah, just look at the theatrical release poster. That poster makes you want to see that fucking film, right? Yeah, look how badass Freddy Krueger looks with those fucking grin and that crazy outfit. Okay, so what do I gotta say about this? Okay, so here's the plot. While at the Springwood Diner, Dean Russell falls asleep at the table and meets a severely burned man in seared clothes wearing a bladed gardener's glove on his right hand. In a dream, the buried man cuts Dean's throats. In reality, Dean cuts his own throat as his friends Chris Fowles and Nancy Holbrook look on. At Dean's funeral, Chris sees a photograph of her and Dean as children but cannot recall knowing Dean before high school. Chris begins to have nightmares about the burnt man and then refuses to go to sleep for fear that she will die like Dean. Jesse Brown, Chris's ex-boyfriend, shows up to keep her company while she sleeps, but Chris meets the burnt man in her dreams and is murdered. Covered in Chris's blood, Jesse runs to Nancy's house and learns that Nancy has been having nightmares about the same man, Freddy Krueger. Yeah, fuck sleep. Yeah, make friends with the fucking cup of Joe. Or make friends with a cup of fucking beautiful Joe. Goddamn fucking fuck.
What the fuck was I supposed to do? I can't give out that fucking information. Fuck you and fuck
Mega Man.
Fuck you and fuck
Morgan.
Fuck you and fuck
Mason Velez.
Fuck you and fuck Joe.
Hell no! Come on, Graham, please.
You need to strip off those prosaic morals.
Fuck you.
Okay, Jesse is arrested by the police under suspicion of murdering Chris and is killed by Freddy Krueger when he falls asleep in his jail cell. Oh, what the fuck? Is this really serious? Is it really serious that some people had to remake the original shit? Where we saw the original one already, which same plots just happened? Well, but I really do not know if there are any... I really do not fucking know if there are different shit occurred in this fucking remake. I haven't seen any remake films, not to be honest. Okay, anyways. Jesse is arrested and killed in his jail cell. As her friends die, Nancy questions everyone's connection to each other. And given that none of them can remember each other before their teenage years, Nancy and her boyfriend, Quentin Tarantino... Nancy and her boyfriend, Quentin Smith, discover that they attended the same preschool. Nancy's mother, Gwen, reluctantly tells Nancy and Quentin about Freddy Krueger, the preschool's groundskeeper who was accused of molesting children, including Nancy. Gwen explains that Nancy was his favorite and that she came home one day and told her mother about the things that Freddy did to her in a secret location. Gwen alerted the other parents, including Quentin's father, Alan, but she tells teenagers that Krueger escaped before he was arrested. Refusing to believe that her mother's story, Nancy attempts to track down the remaining kids from the school, but discovers that all of them have been killed, following Jesse's death. Only she and Quentin are left. Meanwhile, Quentin falls asleep during his swim practice and sees a flashback to the parents led by Alan, tracking Freddy down and burning him alive. As a result of their insomnia, Nancy and Quentin have sporadic microsleeps and become hypnagogic, or what it is. Ugh. Okay, trying to stop Freddy, they decided to go to the preschool to learn what they can. On the way, Nancy is attacked by Freddy when she hallucinates, during which she pulls a piece of Kruger's sweater out of the dream world into reality. Well, I don't understand if some of the scenes from the original film were left out. Either if they were left out, or maybe they just want to switch to something else. Like, we already seen the original scenes where Nancy has a nightmare in a hall pass shit. Yeah, and end up in a boiler room and sees Freddy. Pulls up his shirt and cuts off his chest full of maggots that were revealed. Oh man, this is some freaky deaky shit. But I don't know what the fuck is happening. I cannot tell. Okay, Quentin takes Nancy to a hospital where he steals adrenaline to help him stay awake. Nancy and Quentin eventually make it to the preschool and uncover Freddy's hidden room to find proof of his crimes. They realize that Freddy, now a vengeful ghost, wants revenge on them for disclosing his abuse. Nancy decides to pull Kruger out of the dream world and kill him in the real world. He tries to stay awake long enough to pull Nancy out of her dream when she grabs Freddy, but he falls asleep and is attacked. Freddy goes after Nancy and explains that he deliberately left her for last. Quentin awakens and uses the adrenaline to wake Nancy, who then pulls Freddy into reality. They fight and Nancy uses a broken paper cutter blade to kill him before she torches the room with Freddy's body inside. She and Quentin escape, are rescued by the police officers and firefighters who are unable to find Freddy's remains. After Nancy and her mother return home from the hospital, Freddy suddenly appears. While Nancy screams, Freddy kills Nancy's mom before pulling her body through a mirror and disappearing. Okay, what do I gotta say about this remake? Yeah, this is fucking repetitive indeed. I don't know what's the fucking purpose between the original and a remake. Yeah, it does not make any fucking sense, man. I don't know why would somebody want to do such thing. Is it because they ran out of ideas? Are they out of inspirations? God damn! I would rather deal with Freddy Krueger forcing me to play the horrendous Nightmare on Elm Street game on the original Nintendo 24/7 due to how much atrociously ass this fuckfest was. Or even better, I would rather drown in a bathtub full of blood while Freddy rips my fucking guts out, yanking and ripping my fucking intestines off of my body, gouging my eye sockets and skull fuck me with his blood-filled knife gloves than watching this terrible ideal remake of the original film ever in my life. So in conclusion, stay the fuck away from this atrociously 2010 remake. Go watch the 1984 original film, and watch the sequels too if you're interested in them. Superman: The New Superman Adventures is an action-adventure game developed and published by Titus for the Nintendo 64. Based on an animated series on Kids WB, CW4Kids, or CW Vortex, or whatever you say. It was released on May 31st, 1999 in the US. It just happened during Clint Eastwood's 69th birthday, and it was released on July 23rd, 1999, which has happened, in Europe, which has happened during my first birthday. So it is the first 3D Superman game, and it turned out to be a big-ass fucking failure to be successful. So, yeah, I don't know what the fuck that Titus had to do with Superman. First they fucked up the Game Boy version, and now they're fucking up this one? Oh boy, aren't they for some fuck. Okay, peeps, let's get on with this grand masterpiece of shit. Alright, in this game, Lex Luthor has trapped Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, and Professor Hamilton in the virtual reality version of Metropolis that he created with the help of Brainiac, making it up to Superman to save them and break apart the fucking virtual world. What the fuck is the difference between the real world and the virtual reality when it comes with danger? This shit does not make any fucking sense. So yeah, before that happens, yeah, it gives you the fucking copyright shit, and I see that. And oh yeah, there is the smiling Titus logo. Yeah, that smile really makes you want to have a very bad time. Yeah, fuck you. When you get to the game, you can see the graphics that don't look this much better in Super Mario 64, Zelda, San Francisco Rush, Rampage, or Mortal Kombat 4. God, these graphics look ugly as fuck. Okay, the virtual reality is filled with that the developers called Kryptonite Fog, an apparent effort by Lex Luthor to diminish Superman's abilities. Well, not as much as this fucking fog mostly fucked up the gameplay with the damn controls and other shit that ruins the Superman franchise. Yeah, especially flying through rings. What the fuck is wrong with Titus? Can't they come up with anything better than this? It's just as stupid as collecting keys in the Game Boy version. That game sucked a bag full of baboons' balls. Yeah, you have to fly through rings to complete whatever the assessment you have to complete. I know that you peeps are doing the best y'all can if you're playing it, because these controls are so fucking hard and stiff that Titus should have fixed. God damn. Just what the fuck were they fucking thinking when those bozos at Titus came up with two things that don't make up any fucking sense, where the Game Boy version had to pick up keys and the N64 version go fly through rings? Have you ever seen any of the episodes of Superman where he has to find and collect keys and make it to the next level? Or flying through rings? Did that happen in any of the episodes of the Superman animated show? Is there? After that ring passing bullshit, you have to pick up cars, fight enemies, blow down tornadoes, and other damn things that don't help much to make the game feel good. Oh, okay, I don't know why the fuck does this have to do with Superman. Fly through rings, pick up cars, and fly through rings, pick up cars, or fight enemies. But yeah, the enemy AI is so fucking dreadful that it's not even worthy to fight them. I don't know what the fuck is it. Even the fighting skills don't make up much too good. It's just fucking bland and mediocre as fuck. It's really fucking embarrassing. Because trust me, it doesn't make it feel good. And there is a time limit that barely gives you fucking time, man. But once you've failed any tasks, ran out of time or health at any time, you will be forced to take your ass back to square one. There are no checkpoints. Ah, fucking frog-eating French fucks. Why can't you do such thing to have checkpoints? But you do have unlimited chances to continue, though. But yeah, it does said Lex wins as the sign of game over. Okay. So there are 14 levels and a few boss battles, and they sucked balls. And it says could go kiss my fucking ass. It don't matter if the difficulties decrease or not, it's still not fucking worth it. It's still fucking trashed out with unfair gameplay, with glitches and fucking barriers, boundary breaking, and oh my god, I really don't know what to say. I really do not know what to say except for this. Okay, let me summon this up. The fighting skills are terrible. The power-ups barely help on enemies and bosses and other obstacles that are dangerous. The graphics are shitty. Puzzles are difficult and confusing as hell. The escort levels are slow and a total fucking time waster. The glitches occur on the gameplay most of the fucking time, and it happens on any time that you do. Especially when the angry video game nerd said that once you get the hang of it, flying through rings, yeah, it just fucking glitched out for no reason. For no goddamn motherfucking reason. Yeah, you have to restart the level or remember where you're supposed to go, man. Even the navigation doesn't do shit. So the good points are that one of the levels have reached to a decent line with a small map, precisely directions, and a good boss fight. Well, not really a good one, but adequate at best. But yeah, the angry video game nerd said that he broke the boundary during that good level. Yeah, talk about a level from heaven with a little bit, a pinch of dog shit. Okay, but most of the boss fights are shit. Even that dark side boss battle. I don't know why the fuck Titus had to screw that up. Oh yeah, the soundtrack of this game doesn't sound too bad, because honestly, it's really good. It's really good and adequate at best. Way better than that dreadful soundtrack from that Superman game on the Game Boy. So yeah, here, listen. Unfortunately, it's not enough to save this game. But if I tried, I doubtfully could. Well, did I mention about these multiplayer options? Well, I almost did, because there are two of them. Because number one, there is a multiplayer dogfight where you gotta fuck with each other with various missiles and other projectiles. And number two is the multiplayer race where you have to follow the leader who spawns fucking rings. And you gotta blast the hell out of them to be in the lead. But sadly, I would never ever give two shits to these two multiplayer options in this shitty ass fucking game that was ever existed. No siree. After all that bullshit, all you get is an ending that's not that great or that terrible. But either than that, it's really mediocre, but not much of it. Nothing special in this motherfucker. Afterwards, yeah, you get the ending credits that they deserve to be sued. Or deserve to be hated, at least because of this fucking atrocious Superman game that I ranted on. Well, as a kid, I even played that. I even played my cousin's Nintendo 64, which is the Superman game. I tried it myself. And yeah, that gameplay was so fucking terrible. The controllers are so shit. I almost lost my focus because of how atrociously the controls are. Bottom line is, this game is an irredeemable piece of goddamn fucking shit-ass garbage, and I would rather have myself, along with Mega Man and Morgan motherfucking Ainsland, to have kryptonite shoved as far up my ass, right up our fucking asses, and instantly die. Fuck this game. So in conclusion, Superman on Nintendo 64 is a fucking shit show that you should avoid at all costs. I heard that there is a PlayStation version of this game that is decent, but the ultimate problem is that it's fucking aborted because Titus has informed that their license from Warner Brothers and DC Comics have expired. What a complete instant scam either way. So stay the fuck away from this game, stay the fuck away from the Game Boy version 2, and stay the fuck away from other Superman games that Film and Stuff reviewed. Yeah, especially that shit game for the Amiga by Tynesoft. And that comes the end of the Rant House series. For your information, the series will still go on, but we will stop right there. And I would like to thank you all, my fellow peeps, for sending me requests for this show, and I would have never done such thing without you or your support. And I also apologize that I never get the chance to do some of your requests that you sent me. But oh well, better luck next season. So yeah, once again, thank you for your support and the requests, and also thank you for subscribing and liking my Rant House episodes. Until next season, this is Mason Velez signing off. Thanks for watching.